My paycheck used to be gravy. Now, it's the only reason I get out of bed in the morning. There was a time when we would give more than what was required. We would show up, we would give 130%, we would stay late, we'd come in early, we would take phone calls and send emails on weekends and nights when we were at birthday parties and other events. There was a time. And that was because we believed we were building something better, that collectively we were going into a future that was fierce and unstoppable, but that energy is gone. And it did not just happen overnight. It did not just happen by accident. Motivation's different. It used to be to strive for excellence, to make a better situation, to get things in order so that we could move the company forward, move the needle, deliver more than was expected, under budget, early, and without problems. That was the motivation. Now, compliance to the rules and the structure that they deem is the company model has sucked the life out of that energy. Used to be, you did a great job, you got a great review. They instilled a rating system, and their words, not mine, everybody doesn't get any higher than a 3 on a 5-tier system. You might have something like this at your company. Leave in the comments if you've experienced this yourself, that the rating system at your company doesn't make a lot of sense. They tell us it has nothing to do with compensation and bonuses or promotions. I'm not sure how that could possibly be, but that's what they tell us. So showing up is now about the paycheck, which used to be a bonus round. Every 2 weeks it was like a bonus to get that because I just loved going to work. Now I do it for the paycheck and to be compliant. After the pandemic, when we'd all experienced the working from home and then companies began immediately requiring people to come back to the office, one of the things they didn't take into consideration was the additional productivity they actually got with the work remotely, work from home model. Because, and we're just going to use me as an example, I could take care of my mother after her husband passed. While I was about to run into the bedroom to get to a Zoom meeting, I had her set up in the other room, so she had a good 30-40 minutes without needing me. I could multitask and have something cooking in the kitchen in a crock pot while I was doing laundry, while I was auditing this line of a document. It was phenomenal. Y'all too probably experienced that. Leave it in the comments. What do you think your productivity levels were prior to having to come back to the office? But I'm a team player. Come back to the office. Yes, sir. How high? I came back to the office. It was quite a different world. With that said, coming back to the office was great, but it was also less productive. We had onboarded a lot of team members throughout the pandemic. It was great to be able to sit beside them and know them in person, but then you also had to sit beside them and know them in person. And that was challenging all in one big rush. That you come back to the office, make that change after the last 14 months and get to know all these intimate new coworkers, etc. And it was rough. We had minimal management oversight on how to make that transition. We were just all expected to make it happen, and we did. A lot of this is not going to make the video. So when a company starts pressing structure and conformity and establishing required in-office work hours, no work from home, some made up need to manage the employee base and try not to feel like anybody's getting special treatment or anybody's being taken advantage of. When they basically decided that you all must be treated equally, regardless of how much you produce and how much extra hours you put in, etc., they immediately, there's an old analogy, I don't know if all of you know it, it's about the fleas in a jar. You put all these fleas, and we all know how fleas can just jump. It seems like can jump 20 feet at a time, but you put them into a jar and you put the lid on, and they jump and they jump and they jump and they hit that lid, and they learn that they can only jump so high or else they're going to hit the lid. After a while, you take the lid off and they don't know anymore that they can jump any higher. That's pretty much what the company does. When they put the safety guards on, the rails on, they cut off all of the extra self-driven to excellence for overproduction. Cut it off. They create a minimum effort behavior expectation. Because where is the motivation to put in the extra? Yes, work ethic is one thing. I still show up and do a great job. That's my work ethic. But all the extra hours, all the extra projects, all of the extra time, I've taken it back. And it has been a very slow glide to this point. It has created, for me, and I'm sure for you, emotional disengagement. We still do a good job. We just don't do an extra job. We do a 3. Now, personally, I don't know if I could ever do a 3 in my own mind. Other people looking in might see differently. But honestly, I still do a better than average job. That's just who I am. I have to be true to myself and true to the way I was raised. So thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. But my pride, the pride in my job, has been replaced with obligation. I'm obligated to show up. Even considering when I want to retire, I am actually picking dates, making a forecast of length of time based on my current workload and when I can get that done, so I don't leave them with anything in the lurch. I don't want that burden to have to shift to anybody else in the company. Why is that? Why? Leave in the comments if you've ever experienced this, is it burnout? Is it just, I'm done? I don't know. But it's real, and every day I go into work with a smile on my face, grateful for the job, grateful for the paycheck, but it's not the same as I was doing 3, 4, 5 years ago. All right, this has been your Jigger of Jen. I will edit this because I've had lots of walk-bys and said some stuff out loud. I'll do an uncut version to be published at a later date. I will see y'all soon. Jigger of Jen, come back soon. Stop recording.